So hello and welcome to you wherever you are. We are here at this most recognisable of venues in world football. It is the Camp Nou, the proud and impressive home of FC Barcelona. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Hello Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Barcelona line up in a 4-3-3.
Yeah, and a system that relies on an industrious midfield to cover the ground.
And that gets things running. Steered out wide. Played into the middle. Goalkeeper's ball. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Hoists it high. And it's hoisted clear. Aimed long and direct. Lewandowski with the ball through. He's got options out wide. So what now? It's a loose ball. Threw himself at it, but he's got it cleanly. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Passes it through. Now here's the through ball. Up for the header! Good delivery, but no joy.
Barcelona can defend those situations better by stopping the crosser at source.
Time to deliver. Lewandowski. And he just whacks it away. And he's cut it out. Up to meet it! And that's been levered clear. Gorgeous control there. Forward it goes.
The further he went, the more attention he attracted. There was just way too much pressure for him to get the shot away.
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goalless. And after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change perhaps after half-time. And the second half gets underway. A tight old game so far. Can that change now? Cuts it out. Could move up a gear here. Looks to slip it through. There's the through ball. Tries a through ball. Tries the cross. Timely intervention.
Yeah, it looks like a change of approach, and it may just freshen things up. This defence just doesn't trust itself to play a higher line.
Frightened of people getting in behind.
Yeah, absolutely. It just opens up the opportunity of not only strikers getting behind, but the runners from midfield too.
Hits one! This could fall anywhere! Oh, well defended. That had to be done. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection on what we've seen so far. Neither side has produced that many efforts at goal simply because respective defences have been strong.
He's got away. Keeper has beaten it away. Can he score? Now Lewandowski!
Barcelona are certainly applying enough energy and desire, Peter. They just need...
He's had a shot! One good cross, maybe the last chance. He's had a go! Good stop, that wasn't easy.
Well, as tests go, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. And it's hoisted clear. Looks like a good ball through. The 90 minutes are up, 30 more to come.
Yeah, neither side has anything to show for some splendid effort, and they certainly aren't showing any signs of easing off, so we remain optimistic.
So a brief breather and then extra time. Into extra time we go. Lobs it in gently. Now here's the through ball. Has a hit! Oh, great save, real class.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
Oh, smart save. And he's there to hoof it away. Bernardo Silva. And it's Bernardo Silva. Some good work on the right flank. Now, what's next? And Bernardo Silva! Great ball to play him in, but he will be gutted to miss that.
That was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass.
In with a header! That's it for the first period of extra time.
Yeah, it's still goalless, but will it be a refereeing decision, a mistake, or a moment of magic now that makes all the difference?
Is there to be drama in these final 15 minutes? 15 minutes to find a winner, or else penalties. Lewandowski, now the pass. Has he picked him out? He's left his man.
That's just an example of overcommitting, and they're fortunate for the quality of the intervention. It was vital.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Whipped in. Cut out in the nick of time. He can get that clear. Floats one over. A slightly better ball would have led. And that is it. There will be penalties.
Well, energy levels and stamina were great during extra time, and the emphasis was very much on trying to win it.
So it comes down to this, a final rallying cry, and then kicks from the spot. Real tension here then, as the first man readies himself. So, the first penalty. And he puts them one up.
He was always looking good there. Nice penalty.
Coolly done, one each.
He just did what he was asked.
So, the second man in line.
Well, he strolled up and struck that with great confidence. That's a superb spot kick.
So, the second man in line.
Well, it's never easy to step up and take a penalty, but he slotted that home with authority.
The third man in the queue.
I thought he did really well to hold his nerve then and score that penalty.
The third man in the queue. Three each. He steps up to take the fourth penalty.
Oh, that was a great strike. He just gave the keeper absolutely no chance.
He steps up to take the fourth penalty. Ah, super penalty, pick that one out.
Well, it's never easy to step up and take a penalty, but he slotted that home with authority.
Great penalty, keeper barely moved.
I thought he did really well to hold his nerve then and score that penalty.
So he walks up to the spot and puts the ball down. So it's down to him to keep it alive. Oh, nerveless.
Oh, that was a great strike. He just gave the keeper absolutely no chance.
And he's found the corner.
Well, it's never easy to step up and take a penalty, but he slotted that home with authority.
It's there, and the fight goes on.
I thought he did really well to hold his nerve then and score that penalty.
And now we're into the realms of sudden death. Our keeper's gone the right way, but can't keep it out.
Oh, that was a great strike. He just gave the keeper absolutely no chance.
He cannot afford to miss. It's in, he's kept them in it.
Well, he strolled up and struck that with great confidence. That's a superb spot kick. Well, it's never easy to step up and take a penalty, but he slotted that home with authority.
Lest you need reminding, miss this, and it is over. And scores to keep them alive.
He was always looking good there. Nice penalty.
It's there, keeper rooted to the spot.
Well, it's never easy to step up and take a penalty, but he slotted that home with authority.
So it's down to him to keep it alive. It's in, he's kept them in it.
I thought he did really well to hold his nerve then and score that penalty.
Nicely into the corner.
Well, he strolled up and struck that with great confidence. That's a superb spot kick.
It's there, and the fight goes on.
I thought he did really well to hold his nerve then and score that penalty.
It's in, and the keeper could have done better. He cannot afford to miss. Oh, nerveless.
He was always looking good there. Nice penalty.
So we've done a complete round and still nothing, and he puts it away.
Oh, that was a great strike. He just gave the keeper absolutely no chance.
Lest you need reminding, miss this, and it is over. Saved it! And that's won it! Barcelona were taking the full distance and then some, but they got there in the end.
Well, it's been such a long match, and the penalty shootout is always a difficult way.